Have you ever been enchanted by the rich, aromatic flavor of sturgeon caviar? Or indulge in the succulent, tender flesh of sturgeon, bursting with sweetness? Surely you can't help but be curious about the journey to create these exquisite dishes. Join me in exploring the world's largest sturgeon aquaculture farm. Did you know that sturgeon is one of the ancient fish species still existing today, having appeared around 100 million years ago? From what I know, there are approximately 27 different species. And currently, some species are artificially bred to produce sturgeon caviar. The reason is that natural habitat exploitation has led to this species becoming endangered. Are you curious about how farmers harvest sturgeon roe? The process begins with washing and disinfecting the sturgeon skin with a hydroalcohol solution to remove bacteria present on the skin. This is a prerequisite step before each caviar extraction. The caviar is divided into portions and manually filtered using a special sieve to separate the eggs. After this stage, the eggs, once separated from the sturgeon, are collected and transferred to a cleaning room. The eggs are meticulously inspected to remove any debris or damaged eggs. At this point, the appropriate amount of salt is added dry to the eggs and gently stirred to allow the salt to penetrate them, turning them into caviar. Have you ever tasted naturally salted caviar prepared in the traditional way? The perfect balance allows the full expression of the enticing flavor and iodine characteristic of premium caviar. Sturgeon caviar is the most expensive food in the world. You'd have to shell out $220 to own 30 grams of sturgeon caviar. Therefore, aquaculture farms have developed the sturgeon farming industry, generating millions of dollars of revenue each year. A sturgeon can produce thousands to millions of eggs in a single reproductive event. This is a marvel bestowed upon this rare and precious fish species by nature. To obtain the plump, rich, and creamy black sturgeon eggs, experts have diligently researched and applied advanced scientific techniques to the farming process. Sturgeon typically inhabit freshwater environments such as rivers, lakes, and inland streams. However, some sturgeon species can also adapt between fresh and saltwater environments, depending on the specific species and their tolerance to environmental changes. To produce valuable roe, sturgeon undergo a challenging journey to maturity. Depending on the species, sturgeon takes anywhere from 6 to 25 years to reach reproductive maturity. As a result, sturgeon are fed a specially developed diet to achieve unique quality and flavor. To create the renowned, expensive black gold sturgeon caviar batches on the market, the sturgeon farming journey demands meticulous attention to detail, precision down to every aspect. Each salted caviar egg is a precious gem, carefully selected from the finest sturgeon raised in the perfect natural environment in Belgium. When the sturgeon reaches reproductive age, it's also time for the caviar to be harvested. Next, let's immerse ourselves in the fascinating world of farming millions of Atlantic salmon in unique ocean farms. When it comes to the most expensive caviar in the world, what type of caviar do you immediately think of? Salmon eggs are a precious gem in the culinary field. Its vibrant orange color, combined with the aromatic, salty taste of the sea, creates a magical symphony of flavors. Not only that, with abundant omega-3 and protein content, these delicious soft eggs are not only the perfect highlight for sushi and sashimi, but also a nutritious gift for health. Have you ever witnessed such enchanting moments before? This breed of fish can be modernly bred with the full support of machines and technology. Alternatively, it can also be done manually like this. Did you know that breeding salmon is a complex process aimed at creating salmon with desired genetic traits? Geneticists select eggs and sperm from female and male fish with the best qualities. Then, the fertilization process combines genetic traits from both individuals to create genetic diversity. The eggs are placed in a controlled egg incubation environment to monitor development. When the eggs reach the appropriate time and conditions, they are transferred to a rearing environment to grow. This process improves the health and growth potential of salmon in aquaculture environments, contributing to the sustainability of salmon supply and maintaining biological diversity. The process of transferring juvenile fish from trays to tanks is a crucial part of the fish breeding process. After the egg incubation stage, When it's time for the juvenile fish to move from the small, confined trays to larger tanks, the transfer becomes necessary for their continued growth and development. Did you know that during this process, counting and feeding the juvenile fish are two important activities to ensure their growth and health? Counting helps monitor their development and evaluate the performance of the breeding process. Salmon farming is a prominent form of aquaculture that is rapidly growing, becoming the fastest growing food production system globally. With estimated projections reaching 4.9 million tons by 2025, this industry is gearing up for significant growth. Don't rush anywhere. Let's explore the process of processing shark meat at processing plants. Are you curious about which country consumes the most sharks globally? Did you know Spain has risen to second place just after Indonesia? Every day, hundreds of sharks are brought to processing plants where workers remove the internal organs, leaving only the meat and fins. Next, the shark meat will be salted in preparation for export. In more remote sea areas, freezing methods are also applied to preserve sharks during transportation. This marks a significant advancement in reducing waste and optimizing the use of shark resources today. Shark fins will be taken for processing and exported to countries worldwide. Surely, you'll be surprised at the massiveness of the giant slabs of meat and the power of the meat slicer. Sharp blades like state-of-the-art weapons are prepared, ready to participate in the war with giant chunks of meat. Nothing can make it difficult for a meat slicer to cut meat vertically. Each cut is made precisely and evenly, creating perfect cuts of meat that are not only beautiful to the eye, but also make you unable to take your eyes off them. Minced meat products have a particularly liquid and juicy texture, and are shaped into unique handmade shapes thanks to this special machine. Canned meat not only ensures the quality of protein-rich foods, but also brings convenience to consumers. Importantly, canned meats are typically low in acid and require pasteurization, unless other precautions are taken. Countries apply strict hygiene and food regulations. About 50 billion cartons of pork are produced each year, making up a significant portion of the food processing industry. Canned pork goes through a technical production process, starting with tight sealing of the product. They are then heat-treated to destroy all spoilage microorganisms, creating a commercially sterile canned meat product. During this process, all living microorganisms, including spores, are destroyed or remain dormant.
Millions of plump, succulent frogs are ready to become delicious dishes. Do you want to become the owner of a frog farm? Please leave number 1 and join us on a journey to discover the diversity and sophistication in the process of raising each frog. China is the leading country in frog farming and the largest consumer of frog meat in the world. China consumes approximately 1.5 million tons of frog meat each year. Globally, this figure is estimated to reach 2 million tons annually, highlighting the rapid growth of the frog farming industry in China. The consumption of frog meat significantly contributes to China's economic growth. The mating process takes place in clean water tanks that simulate a natural environment. After mating, the female frog lays eggs and the male frog fertilizes them. Frog eggs are typically incubated in shallow water tanks where the temperature is kept stable. Selling frog eggs is also a way for farms to increase their income while waiting for the frogs to mature for harvest. When the eggs hatch, tadpoles emerge and begin their development stage. Tadpoles require a special diet to grow rapidly, and this stage lasts for several months. A few weeks after the tadpoles transform into young frogs, they are moved to larger ponds to continue growing into adult frogs. Farmers believe that adult frogs represent a crucial stage in frog farming, requiring special care and an ideal living environment. Adult frogs need a clean and stable water environment for optimal growth. Leave a number 1 if you're staying with us until the end of this video. The ponds must be kept clean and accessible for human movement to ensure the frogs remain healthy and disease-free. Adult frogs are very voracious and may exhibit cannibalistic behavior, especially when food is scarce or their living conditions are inadequate. Adult frogs are fed 2 to 3 times a day, with a diet that includes worms, insects, and other protein-rich foods. To avoid waste and water pollution, the amount of food given should typically be around 3 to 5% of the frog's body weight. Farms regularly clean the ponds and equipment to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria. The weight of adult frogs can vary depending on species, gender, and diet. However, adult frogs generally weigh between 0.45 kg to 2.8 pounds. Frogs are harvested using nets to catch them from the ponds or tanks. The large and healthy frogs are sorted into separate bags and are sold at a higher price compared to other frogs. After harvesting, the frogs are thoroughly washed to remove mud and impurities. After harvesting, the frogs begin their journey to the processing plant. Here, they are cleaned and inedible parts such as skin and organs are removed, preparing them for export. The production stage of high-quality frog meat aligns with the growing consumption market in China and internationally. The frog farming industry plays an increasingly important role in the economy, providing nutritious food for consumers. Have you ever tried frog meat? Leave a comment below. Let's continue our journey to another special farm. Have you ever thought about becoming a farmer at a soft-shell turtle farm? On average, each soft-shell turtle is capable of laying 17-18 eggs after mating. The reproductive cycle typically lasts from February to October each year. After collecting the eggs from the nesting sites, the soft-shell turtle eggs are placed in plastic crates, with about 1,000 eggs per crate, and covered with sand to a depth of 3-4 cm. Every few days, mist should be sprayed onto the sand to maintain humidity. With human intervention, the incubation period of soft-shell turtles is significantly shortened to only about 40-50 days. The positive impact of human involvement not only reduces the incubation time but also ensures success in nurturing and protecting the newly hatched soft-shell turtles. Every year, this farm provides about 7,000 baby turtles every day, a truly impressive number. These turtles seem to thrive in the warm climates of Asia. on farms whose purpose is to process meat. To prevent the growth of parasites or diseases like ulcerative dermatitis, farmers clean the enclosures for these young soft-shell turtles approximately every 3 months. The water source must also be consistently maintained at optimal levels to ensure its best development. Larger soft-shell turtles will be fed live prey. Once soft-shell turtles reach a weight of 1.5 kilograms or more, they can be fed a mixture of various pellet feeds to promote fattening. After about 2-3 years, these turtles will be harvested. Farmers will use rakes to search for the soft-shell turtles hiding beneath the mud. In Asian countries, the price of 1 kg of soft-shell turtles ranges from approximately $12.34 to $28.78. It seems like these farmers have had a successful harvest. Next, let's explore how people raise and process eel meat. Raising young eels until they are large enough for sale for their meat can be a profitable business venture. This industry is estimated to be worth billions of dollars, with eel farms producing around 70% of the consumed eel meat. These eels are raised in specialized ponds or recirculating water tanks, with the temperature always maintained between 73.4 F and 82.4 F. Currently, eel farms are found in many countries, with significant producers being European countries, and the largest producer being Japan. A notable model that has made a significant breakthrough in the farming sector in Japan is the glass eel farming model. This not only brings hope for the eel farming industry but also opens up new prospects and potential for sustainable development in this field. Providing appropriate food for eels is crucial for their health and development. Their diet includes soybean meal and fish oil to balance their intake of protein and fat. Supplementing with vitamins and minerals ensures a balanced diet, helping eels to grow strong and meet their nutritional needs. The young eels are raised on the farm. It can take from 6 to 12 months of care before the eels are large enough for sale. To ensure the high quality of the final product, food for the eels will be withheld for 1-2 days before harvesting.
Did you know that snake venom is considered liquid gold because it has blood clotting and anticoagulant properties, eliminates platelet clumping, and has anti-cancer effects? They can earn tens of thousands of dollars every year from raising snakes. This is not only a stable source of income, but also an opportunity to discover and take advantage of the precious values of animals. You may not believe it, but this is the world's largest snake meat processing competition. Please leave number 1 if you want to join me in finishing this video. Next is the crocodile farm. Have you ever been to a place like this? In the factory, with the great help of machinery, these crocodiles are quickly de-skinned by the workers. Hand processing crocodile leather is a sophisticated skill that requires meticulousness, caution, and extensive experience. Not everyone can master this art. Only skilled craftsmen with talented hands can create perfect crocodile skins. A handcrafted crocodile leather jacket will bring satisfaction to customers, from the lines to the durability. Scott Automation and Robotics is the world's leading provider of meat robotic systems. With decades of robotic experience, the team at Scott has the meat industry experience to meet your automation and robotics requirements. With a range of proven meat technology solutions available, we can support all your meat cutting, packaging, processing, and slaughter automation needs. Have you ever imagined the complex processes in a large-scale chicken processing factory? Every step, from cutting the meat to processing and packaging, is performed with exceptional meticulousness and precision. Fresh pieces of chicken are passed through sharp blades and cut into pieces with absolute precision. Then they're marinated with typical flavors according to Korean culinary recipes, creating an attractive and rich outer crust. Have you ever enjoyed a piece of Korean fried chicken like this? Before being fried, each piece of chicken is soaked in a layer of fried dough, and then covered with an additional layer of fried dough, creating a characteristic crispy crust. Finally, the carefully prepared chicken pieces will be fried in a pan of hot oil with carefully controlled temperatures to ensure each piece is cooked evenly and retains the crispy outer shell. It is truly an enjoyable experience for the taste buds and a taste of exquisite Korean cuisine. Let's explore Iberian pork products, a unique culinary treasure from the Iberian Peninsula. The rich and delicious flavor of jamon iberico, marinated in dried ham from the hind legs of Iberian pigs, will immerse you in a maze of seductive aromas. Or enjoy chorizo iberico and salchichon iberico, rich specialty sausages made from Iberian pork that will make your party more unique and diverse. To create a quality jamon iberico, the production process must go through many meticulous stages. This is the work of skilled and experienced artisans, especially in creating a unique flavor for meat dishes. After selecting the meat, the pig enters the salting stage, where each piece of meat is carefully salted to ensure the salt penetrates each part evenly. Next, the pork pieces are hung in unique cellars to dry and age. During this time, the meat develops its characteristic flavor and absorbs aromas from the surrounding environment. When you look at the meat vacuum packaging process with the FlowVac system, you'll be fascinated by its modernity and performance. Each machine operates powerfully and precisely, ensuring each product is optimally preserved in empty air. Industrial cuts of meat are vacuum packaged using a FlowVac Olma device. The packaging line includes a simple yet excellent solution to automate the feeding of the belt vacuum chamber on both sealing bars. Are you surprised by the presence of this machine that can crack 10,000 eggs an hour? With a modern design and advanced features, this machine is a versatile machine for beating eggs accurately and effectively. This is the perfect combination of advanced technology and careful care, resulting in final products of undeniable quality and deliciousness. This new development will allow you to roll up the sausages quickly and, if needed, add one more skewer. That's right, I'm thinking of an outdoor barbecue party. Stop by the SRAML's mobile pome fruit processing line and you'll be amazed by its flexibility and efficiency. Integrated onto a trailer, this assembly line is not just fruit processing equipment, but also a convenient mobile solution. From fruit pressing to milling, all processes are carried out automatically and efficiently within a compact space. This is the perfect combination of advanced technology and mobility, providing convenience and flexibility for fruit producers. Lobsters are found in the Northwest Atlantic, most commonly along the coast from Maine to New Jersey. A deep water species, they are commonly found at depths of up to 2,300 feet. A stark contrast to its modest origins. So, what factors contribute to the high market value of lobster? It's a combination of several factors. Firstly, the lobster's own life cycle